Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the series, the beginning episode talk. We are done with the banned episodes for now. Kind of, but not really. Because technically, this is also a banned episode. But at least it's a banned episode that has a dub. So, are you guys ready for Christmas in August? Because this is a Christmas special episode. So, Jessie is waiting for Santa, but catches James instead, who was dressed as Santa. And she thinks that Santa is a trickster and a Jinx. Because when Santa was supposed to arrive, a Jinx arrived, and that Jinx stole Jessie's doll. So Jessie wants revenge against Santa. Meanwhile, the main gang finds a Jinx on the beach holding a boot. And Ash is like, I'm gonna catch it. And I'm like, but why? Such a horrifying creature. But Jinx is strong enough to be able to push everyone away, basically. I mean, Jinx kisses Pikachu, which causes Pikachu to get knocked out immediately. And after a Pokeball throw, we learn that this Jinx actually has an owner instead. And it could be that it belongs to Santa after Misty looks into the boot, because there's a sticker of Santa right inside that boot. And when Brock guesses right, Jinx wants to kiss Brock, and that's not the only time Jinx wants to kiss Brock. That'll come back later. But then Jinx shows us exactly what happened. So Jinx was outside of the house of Santa, cleaning Santa's boot. However, because of, I don't know, global warming, I guess, I don't know, a piece of ice broke off and drifted away, and Jinx was on top of that piece. So now Jinx needs to find a way home, so the gang volunteers to have Jinx get back home. So they build a raft, I guess, and then they use their water Pokemon in order to drag them forward. The problem is, going to the North Pole is really far away. So the Pokemon get tired, so Ash is like, I'm gonna take off me clothes and I'm gonna jump in and take their place. And also Team Rocket follow them. However, as Ash is getting a bit tired, he hears a voice in his head saying that he's going the right way and that he needs to keep going. However, Ash cannot keep going because of the rough waves, and Ash meets a Lapras with telepathy. Why? Who knows? Some Pokemon can just have telepathy. Usually this is reserved for legendary Pokemon, so this must be a very special Lapras. So Lapras takes over and takes them all the way to the North Pole, where it's super cold, and they're right as they are at Santa's house. Team Rocket attack from the ocean, and they steal Jinx, and they head over to Santa. So initially they are kind of being nice to Santa until the gang shows up and is like, they're bad people, and then they kidnap Santa because of the fact that Jessie's doll was broken. So Jinx goes away and grabs the doll, and it turns out it was a complete misunderstanding because of the fact that Jessie's doll was broken and Jinx took it so that it could be fixed. However, when they wanted to return it, well, she stopped believing. So Santa has no power to go where people don't believe. That's why I still believe in Santa. I know that dude is real. However, that doesn't change anything because they're still gonna steal all the presents for themselves. However, Lapras isn't really happy about that, so Lapras pops out of the water and freezes their Gyarados submarine. And then Charmander frees the gang and basically frees Team Rocket on accident as well, because what do you get when you mix ice with fire? You get a melting. So Team Rocket tries to escape, but then all the Jinx use their Psy-Wave powers in order to lift up Team Rocket. And I like the fact that they shake out the presents and then blow the thing up, and Team Rocket flies away. And now Santa can once again go back on the road or back into the sky in order to deliver presents. However, a little bit of a problem. That's not a deer. That is a horse. That is a Ponyta. That is not a deer. You're supposed to have a Standler there, or a Deerling, but Standler. But I guess that Pokemon wasn't invented yet. Or, well, technically, maybe it was. I don't know. I would have to look through the unused data from Red and Blue, and I'm not gonna do that. But he flies off with his Ponyta because for some reason that thing can fly, but whatever. And Lapras is gonna take the gang back so they can continue on the journey. And then at night, Team Rocket is in their house once again, and they are waiting on Santa, and Jinx uses Lovely Kiss to put them to sleep. And that's the end of the episode, and this was a really fun episode. Basically, it's just a filler episode. Well, it's a special, but still. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm not the biggest fan of Jinx, but even this episode made me actually kind of like Jinx. Not enough to ever use one on my team. And I will also say, I like the original Jinx design more than the new one. I like the black more than the purple. I never understood it. I mean, Jinx has been through controversy after controversy. First it was like sexism, then it was racism, and it's like Jinx is basically just inspired by a style that was like used in Japan, or if you really want to count it, I don't like to say it, but drag queens is also something that you can really see the inspiration for Jynx in. And a similar controversy happened with Mr. Popo. Here we go. Let's read the origin page on Bulbapedia. Jynx's first documented design can be seen in Satoshi Tajiri, the man who created Pokemon, a biographical manga about Satoshi Tajiri. Who would have guessed? Dating Jynx's design back to around 1992 or 1993. Game Freak's headquarters was in close proximity to Shibuya 109, which was a common gathering place for Gyaru street fashion in the 1980s and 1990s. Gyaru being a subculture of primarily women who wear fake tan and bleached hair. So, a likely inspiration for Jynx's design. This is played upon further with Smoochum, referencing the trend of Gyaru mamas raising their children in their image. However, then the West started to complain about blackface. But basically, that is Jynx's inspiration for the design. I never really understood the whole blackface thing, because, like, I don't really see it. If I look at Jynx or Mr. Popo, my first thought isn't, oh, look, black person. My first thought is just like, oh, hey, look, it's Mr. Popo or Jynx, you know? Or like a genie type of thing. But it's not like a black person, because I have never met a black person who is that black. But back to the episode. We got that out of the way. But back to the episode. Overall, I thought this was a really fun episode. And I'm sad that no one is really going to be able to watch it, because Jynx in this episode is still black. And actually, this is the reason later on during the Johto arc, we have a banned episode. But don't worry, we will be covering that bad boy as well. But overall, very much like the episode. So, what did you guys think about this episode? And what do you think about the controversies of Jynx's design? Comment it down below and let me know. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you're not already. Turn on notifications. And don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel. Link in the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys next time for another episode that we'll skip because of the Porygon episode. We have Snow Way Out. Bye!